Thanks, Danielle and Raleigh. This week, Commons moved the location of their food swipe counter, changing it from the front entrance to directly in front of the food. Now, whenever people enter the food area, they must swipe. We spoke to students to get their opinion on the change.
I don't like them at all. Like, whenever I get food, maybe I want to get more food, and I'm not sure like where am I supposed to enter? Am I allowed to like get more food, like get dessert, get more water? Like, I really don't get it.
The initial system was working really well. It seems like this probably will cause a bit more congestion, but at the same time, Yale does need a sort of student union gathering space, and the ability to just hang out in Commons without having to eat or use a meal swipe, I think is like a large benefit that shouldn't be ignored.
I think they're pretty ludicrous. I think it's just very inconvenient, and nobody really likes it.
It's kind of weird, and it was sort of shocking when I first saw it. But I mean, I don't really mind. Like, I'm sure they did it for a reason.
They absolutely suck. It makes everything less efficient. The lines get longer. It's more of a pain in the butt to get refills for anything in any way.
I really don't like it because, I tend to come right after class when the lines are long because everyone is, classes end at the same time. And this is just making the lines a lot longer.
It feels less crowded and less stressful. I kind of like it.
The dining hall staff hates them too. I've talked to about 4 different workers here, and they all say, put out the comment cards, get this stuff away. They hate it too, so.
At first I thought it would be easier to sneak in this way, but then I realized it was in fact intended to prevent that. So I guess that might illustrate the problem.
Clearly, student opinion is divided on this issue, but it seems that the majority is not in favor of the change. Joe, a chef here at Yale Dining, seems to agree.
It was kind of conducive to a social gathering. You got to sit down, you can kind of leisurely dine. Wasn't as formal. You came in, you swiped, and you could go and relax and get your book set up and spread all your papers out. It was actually it was a pretty nice, to see the students out there. It was less dining hall-ish and more, hey, like I'm hanging out in my living room. How things are now, I don't think it lends itself to a collegiate dining hall.
Kathy Van Dyke, director of Yale Dining, was unavailable for comment. However, in an email to the news, she said that the main concern behind the change was students using one swipe for both breakfast and lunch, and then saving their lunch swipe for Durfees. As a result, the potential for abuse is nearly 400 meals per week.
But purely from a business point of view, if you look at it as the cost of a meal versus what they're paying, you can't keep giving everything away for free. The more you put in, the more you should take out. But if you don't put enough in, you can't keep taking out, kind of thing. Old saying, you can save 10 cents on buying strawberries from here versus this guy. At the end of the year, that 10 cents adds up. So if you get people that are like, swiping here and then going to Durfees because it's lunchtime, same kind of principle.
Ms. Van Dyke's email also explained that the current changes are in a trial period. So if you have an issue, fill out a comment card and let them know. Commons is certainly still a work in progress. Reporting for YTV, this has been Olivia Pavko-Jacha and Isabel McCullough. Back to you.